Okay, start a new recording. I'm getting stuck on geometry. For these smaller portions, I'm more fine with just doing these in smaller portions. Which is crazy. It says here comes another tough job. Oh boy. This might be an actual important thing. What is this? Oh yes. My phone telling me about enemies right there. Come on. Talk about that. So the best is carry hold your both siblings are together. Huh. Yeah, okay, this should be the start of the actual quest then. There it is. Yeah, because if we're getting these, then it's definitely important. Submitted signals from city administration search through the encrypted line. After a few seconds of whispering white noise, familiar image and voice emerged from the audiovisual device. You mean a phone?
Hey kids, I trust you've been well. The miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollows.
Hold on. Gotta make sure the microphone's still right.
Production area for porcelain ore. I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
The city's air isn't great, but the real concern is the miasma still spreading through White Peninsula. Do you have any plans to handle it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the dangers still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon, but the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices, which has caused miasma to spread rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Yphae Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltists' actions are still harming the people of White Peninsula. And the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived. Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer, Ferox, secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Yphae Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Yphae Peninsula have been significantly restricted. But investigations and operations by the city government in Yphae Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in. A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Yphae Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in White Peninsula before. So why'd they show up now?
Yphae Peninsula is a key porcelain production area, after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides. Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together. With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Yphae Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power struggle between TOPS and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Yphae Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunquay Summit can act directly this time. But for you, Phaethon...
Yes, Phaethon. A legend among proxies. An outlaw of the underground. The last disciple of a secret research institute. Savior Mayflower's wondrous right hand. The one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse.
To be honest, I won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage. I spotted the name Obol Squad on the Defense Forces unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolde, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists in Porcelumix. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
So we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as special holotech advisors and the Mayor's special envoy for military operations during your visit with the Defense Force.
Makes sense.
Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult to remember titles.
Real.
But sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
Yeah. That's just what happens in these games. You have the main characters generally get really, really long. If you include all their titles, it becomes obscenely long. Travelers right now is absolutely fucking absurd, especially with the amount of gods we've fought.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance.
Yeah, Isolde the person I think
Plans and
dies.
arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Obol Squad.
I think, based on what I've seen, I did see like 2 seconds or like a second of an animation of her getting stabbed.
Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief.
We're in any trouble. Yippee, trigger. Interesting that we're already going away from this. It's interesting. We haven't really gotten that many in terms of like character groups this version or like this season yet. We have only 2 actually. That is this group and Yunquay Summit and Spook Shack. I figure the only 2 groups we've had so far. Which is kind of surprising. Okay. Whoa. Chapter 3. Do not go gentle into that good night. There we go. It's Magus's memory. So these are still a character I'm very confused about. Is the relationship between Magus and Orphe.
The Hollow hit city center out of nowhere, without support from the...
Alright, okay, I did press the wrong one. I was right.
The Hollow hit city center out of nowhere, without support from the Obsidian Division. They won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us.
Magus, you're late today?
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us.
Oh, so she does actually use a Denny gun. That's funny.
Still, they've got a point. Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad, assemble.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup. Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad.
This was during the fall of the old capital.
Fall back, Orpheus.
Fall back. No. No. We have to kill it. Get back.
We'll hold the line from
Oh.
here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone. And the civilians. They're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back. So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? Against everything. I've already lost everything.
Captain? Nagus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Okay, so that confirmed a bit of a suspicion I had about Magus. Magus is more or less a consciousness into this thing. I don't know what to call this, to be honest, but that's what it seems to be.
Don't dream.
Yeah, an intelligent construct.
Cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
She was a person, and then she got uploaded into this.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talking again.
She's so cute.
Given how you're always right behind me, it's kinda hard not to overhear.
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
It's sleep talking.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
Yes, Captain Magus.
I don't. Why is she on the back of Orphe, by the way? It doesn't make any sense. Wait, that's a sniper away here all alone? That's not how an assault trooper should operate, Orphe. You're the one who woke up late. That was necessary systems check and maintenance. Getting into position early to cover their progress is part of sniper's job too, isn't it? Instead of the operation briefing for the colonel, school definitely played the spot for being late. Okay, so now we get to play this character. Her design is cool. I don't think I'll go for her at all, though. I'm mostly just gonna... If I don't get Trigger, I'll just wait. I'm just gonna be waiting for another Trigger. Everything is gone. Not that everything is gone. I have been restricted. Aw, that's adorable. It's interesting that it's basically two characters in one. I'm interested to see what she does. That's gonna be an interesting part. And we also got Seed and Soldier 11. Have we canonically seen Seed outside of her machine yet? I don't think we have. The fuck is that noise? Is that just the noise when inside of Seed Senior? That's funny. Soldier 2. Depending on what it's doing, why is that your choice of time measurement? What?
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltis stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltis communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel. Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obol. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obol Squad.
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me. We've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obol Squad in the operation. Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow.
Yep. This is taking a while to load.
The Exaltists have
Oh,
long
hi.
plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obol Squad, gear up and get ready!
Hello.
Obol Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Oh, is she a combat character? Do we have her playable already? Wait, no, really? Wait, what? Oh. She's an... Okay, interesting. I did not know we were getting her playable yet. When Orpheum Magus are off-field, they can unleash different aftershocks based on their energy and recover bottled heat. With insufficient bottled heat, hold... Attack charge. Oh.
Blitz Squad, in position.
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes.
I hate... why did it have to be Soldier 11? I hate Soldier 11 so much.
Primary objective, rendezvous.
If the timing of her attacks don't make any sense.
They're very powerful, but also a very nice person.
I hate the quote-unquote timed version.
Stay focused on the battle.
Because it's very non-specific.
The convoy and escort team are inside the building up ahead.
Yeah, I hate
Hey,
Soldier
why are we
11.
meeting inside the Hollow?
Captain Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat
anyone introduce them.
I'm waiting for the dialogue to disappear.
At least, that's what Colonel Isolde said.
You're making me sound like I'm some unreasonable, clueless kid or something.
Really? I just hope the captain doesn't end up chewing up the envoy later.
Right.
Ignite!
Okay. It's really hard to do. But the worst part is when you hit an enemy, it stops for a second to allow you to, or to allow the game to, you know, actually detect stuff. It takes a bit of time for it to process. It's hard to notice, but it's not unnoticeable. So, I tend to notice it too easily, and then it like screws up my timing for stuff. I can do this normally, but I can't do this against an enemy. It's really hard for me to. Not to mention that the specific timing requirements means I don't get to use stun. Like, I don't get to use, like, hit stun.
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy?
So this is the amazing Miss Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned.
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Miss Phaethon.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned.
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obol Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments. Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you.
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side. Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military.
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11. Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections, that wraps up the mission briefing.
Okay. Oh, more Exaltus. Oh, it's these guys again.
There are more enemies than we expected. The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
Where? From where? Oh. Again, I hate this character.
The fastest way to get comms back is to disable the nearby jamming devices. Ether activity is rising around us. Watch out for stronger enemies.
Please don't let me choose other characters. I don't want to be using these characters, please. It'd be nice if I didn't have to use these characters.
We're
circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target.
Oh, I have to use you now. You're not as good as I was hoping you'd be, because you aren't always in the big robot, which sucks. I think I remember. This character looks...
Red Squad, do you copy?
Oh, hi, Trigger.
Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seatsino's comm system still working?
No, the speaker's all fuzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met up safely.
Oh, I thought I was working, but it didn't. Bonk.
The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests. Good riddance.
Come in, Blitz Squad. Do you copy?
I'm waiting for dialogue to finish.
Seems that annoying signal interference is still floating around in the air.
This is an interesting character they decided to create. She's just on a fucking Segway. Like, where's the robot? It's just gone.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
Are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room? It's your turn to blossom. Roger. New objective. Shut down the ether transmission system.
Remote support. In position.
The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
Ow.
Eliminate the remaining enemies. Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Yeah, I still really do not like playing her.
Things. They're kind of creepy.
What's a coffin? It's a thing where people are laid
How
to
young is
rest.
Seed?
Laid to rest. Oh, you mean like Seed Senior?
Is Seed like 12 or something? What the fuck? Or is she just like incredibly like stupid? Yeah, it's so much harder to do. It's hard enough to do it outside of battle. It's hard to do it inside of battle. Yeah, Soldier 11. I just wish they didn't force characters on us. I'd like to play my own characters, please. I just really do not like playing Soldier 11.
Device. Now analyzing.
Oh, this is
Network
new.
communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part
Can I
of a
break these?
larger equipment array.
Damn it. I can break these.
By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy.
This is...
Secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep. Are you?
all.
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Communication structure analysis. 50% complete.
This is an interesting one to be sure. You think they did more interesting stuff with these, like harder stuff. I can't get this one. Yeah, it's pretty much just walk to the end. You can do some pretty funny stuff with when they give you a jump button, though. A jump button and a launch button. Usually the games just have to be set up in a way to like, you can do this, it's fine. But like, this game is not centered around it, so you can do some funny stuff, but only in those menus. Let's show up if I walk next to it.
Those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. Not gonna lie, they look pretty ominous.
Okay, so we're already in areas we already have.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Was working.
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
And thanks to the envoy for all her hard work, too. You were also amazing in battle. I was just doing my duty.
So fucking funny. Hello, Seed. Seriously, how old is Seed? Or rather, what is her backstory? Because clearly, I'm pretty sure she's old enough to work in the Defense Force. The problem is, how does she not know anything? How sheltered is she?
Huh?
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex investigation.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Seed Senior?
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct. Totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs. You carry the same
What does that
sense as
mean?
Proxy? You must be quite knowledgeable in this field. Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
You're not much better.
Defense Force, or rather, Obol Squad's comms channel always seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time. I have to say, you really are something special.
She's like, how are you able to talk to both of them at once? That doesn't make any sense.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Oh my god. What the fuck? Is everyone in Obol Squad just kind of a moron?
Still, winning over these girls might be easy. Alright, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, we came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates that the Defense Force doesn't know about. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's skills are like magic.
Sounds pretty mysterious.
I got this.
That's definitely not what I typed, but I clicked type, I don't know.
Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There is 8 in total. Push out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Hello, Seed.
Now we're all clear.
The robot's so cool. I like how it just disappears.
All enemies eliminated.
So Seed is basically I like to call them loose XBs. They're characters that are super similar, but don't share the same name or design. But Seed is basically Clara, pretty much. You know, protected by the big robot that also goes invisible and seems to be very sheltered. Well, Clara seems to have a higher intelligence overall than Seed does, at least so from what I can tell so far.
The rambling old man is a little Seed's trophy.
Oh my god.
The final sacrifice. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Jesus Christ.
Do all the Exaltists talk like this?
Seed, make him shut up.
Bonk.
Hey, Seed Senior. You've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
Hold on. Oh, wrong button.
More than enough harm.
Hold on. Oh, I see one. I thought there was just gonna be like a smack to the ground.
Gentle isn't exactly a priority.
What sets these Exalted, even if they
Ah,
act
god
in
damn
the
it.
shadows without
Why does it keep
rhyme or
doing that?
reason? What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator. That often drives them to act unpredictably. Miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting new Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and...
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags.
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale.
I don't consider them a comrade.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other, or simply partners with our own suspicions.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs our immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Waifei Peninsula.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division.
We have to get this information to Command immediately.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, there's still no solid evidence to confirm that the sacrifices and Obscura are directly connected. The Obscura devices I saw in Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either. More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Yeah. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Hey, Did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
The proxy has a point. But there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Wi-Fi Peninsula. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant!
Jesus Christ. Ah, here we go. It's this character. Oh! Hold on. Is this the first time she's had a 3D model? Hold on, her model's actually really unique. Hold up. Hold up. She might be playable. Although I don't know about how strong she would be, though. I don't feel like she's a combat. It's not yet, at least. Interesting. Oof. Black screen. Hello? Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ.